Welcome in to Lorna Páirce here on WLR, with thanks to Hooper Dolan Insurance's The Mall, Waterford. Tomas McCarthy here till 7 o'clock, and many thanks to Gavin Whelan for filling in last week. Well, Ballygunner are on the brink of back-to-back Munster titles. Tipperary champions Páirce stand in their way at Páirce on Sunday. Gunners boss Darragh O'Sullivan and GAA journalist Shane Stapleton will preview a novel provincial decider. Ballysaggart are preparing for Sunday's Munster Intermediate Final against Father O'Neill's from Cork. Kieran Bennett will talk about a memorable 2019 and his new lease of life at midfield.
You know, they're a phenomenal bunch of people, and that's, you know, I get emotional here, but that's what they are, a phenomenal bunch of people. And you put them together and they, you know, they row in and they're best friends and they live together. You see them out in Grow HQ on a Saturday, Sunday morning having their breakfast together. You know, they're phenomenal lads, and like, we are so proud and we're so lucky to have them in Ballygunner.
He still has the ball. Mikey going forward. Can he swing it across? He does. Transfer Desi Hutchinson. Takes the shot. Back of the net by Desi Hutchinson. Mikey Mann, he sets it up and Desi just crashes into the back of the net. It may be his first season. He's playing like a vintage hurler. He scored 2 already up to today. Now we make that 3. What a finish by Desi.
Forward comes Barry Coughlin, right through the middle of the 6 Mile Bridge defence. Is still Barry Coughlin for Ballygunner. He's going on towards 21. Still Barry Coughlin going towards goal. Barry Coughlin, oh, what a save! Saved by Derek Barry. Still a goal chance for the Gunner. Dizzy Hutchinson back of the net for the Gunners. 4th goal of the season for Dizzy Hutchinson. What a time to get in the first half injury time. But what about that solo run from Barry Coughlin, Shane?
I think he got a nosebleed, I think, when he realised where he was.
Tim O'Sullivan ducking and diving, looking for a free man. That's Mikey Mahoney. He's going for his 4th. He's open his shoulders, and Mikey Mahoney just can't miss at the moment. 50 yards out, stands side of the field. Inspirational stuff from the number 8 one. It's all over. Nathan Wall has blown the final whistle. Ballygunner are back in a Munster final, their 3rd provincial final in a row. They're 11th in total. They've taken care of Patrickswell by 8 points here. They've come good in the second half.
Yes, 2-time Munster champions Ballygunner will put their title on the line on Sunday against 1986 winners Páirce in a first ever provincial meeting. It will be our George Corbett scored a big match live from Páirce here on WLR. I'll be joined in the commentary box by Owen Murphy, and our coverage starts at 1:45. Well, to look forward to the big day, Gunners boss Darragh O'Sullivan dropped into studio on Tuesday afternoon, and he said that Munster final day is a special occasion for everyone in the club.
Absolutely, Tomas. You know, look, we've been fairly fortunate over the last number of years. We've been in a good few of them, you know. Look, we didn't win as many as we would have liked to win, you know, and hopefully, you know, we're going to set that record straight again on Sunday, you know, by trying to get back-to-back Munster titles, which would be great for the club, you know.
Yeah, this is your 11th Munster title, or Munster final, Darragh. It's hard to believe. Would there be a feeling in Ballygunner that you should have probably more than 2 titles on the board?
Look, and you look at numbers, yes, but if you look at the teams we came up against and the results on those days, like there was, in a lot of those finals, there was only a puck of the ball between the 2 teams, you know. And look, we got a break maybe that the other teams got on those days, maybe we'd have a lot more, you know what I mean? But look, when we get to Munster finals, you know, it's look, I always say the Munster club hurling is a coin flip, you know what I mean? And we'd expect the same to be on Sunday, you know.
And you were part of the team that reached the promised land in 2001, Darragh, when you beat Blackrock at Semple Stadium. What kind of memories stick out when you think back on that day?
Listen, that was a fabulous day, you know what I mean, because we'd been beating our head against that wall for, you know what I mean, 5-6 years before that, and we couldn't get through it, you know. We came up against the Clare teams in I think 2 or 3 Munster finals before that, and they got on top of us, and you know, they had to measure us at that period of time. We played, I think, St Joseph's, Durham Bearfield, who were either the All-Ireland champions in Welsh Park in the semi-final that year, you know, and we got over the line, that which gave us great confidence, you know. We played Blackrock in that final that day, and look, it was a massive day for the club, you know what I mean. I'll never forget the scenes after the match. I'll never forget coming back to the Cove Bar, you know me, after the match, you know what I mean. And the day, the most vivid memory I have is probably Paul Flynn's goal. You know what I mean? He got a tremendous goal. I think we're 2 points up, and he got a ball and he stuck in the net and put us 5 up, and the game was nearly over. And I remember Mickey Carroll, Gobby Merston come running onto the field, and he was nearly like a 16th man that day, giving Paul the water. You know what I mean? So they were fabulous memories. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? It's great. That was a great day. You know, but look, it's all about Sunday now and trying to make sure that we get to the pitch of it, you know.
Yeah, was it extra special to have your brother Billy lifting the cup and to have, I suppose, 3 brothers on the pitch, yourself and Rory as well?
Yeah, it was, you know what I mean. And look, there was a lot of, you know what I mean, families, you know, it's like a lot of club teams, you know what I mean. There's a lot of family members on those teams, you know what I mean. Even you go through the team on Sunday, you know what I mean, there's 3 or 4 families as well with a couple of individuals on it, you know what I mean, which is great. And I think that bonds the group even more so, you know. But yeah, it was great, you know what I mean, that myself, Rory and Patrick was a sub that day as well, you know what I mean. So it was the 4 of us, you know, which is great, you know.
Yeah, was relief kind of the overwhelming sense of emotion at Darragh, because that team was on the road for a good while at that stage?
It was absolutely, Tomas, you know, relief. Like, look, we may have thought that our chance was gone, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? The age profile for that team was, you know what I mean, was on the way up. I was probably one of the more younger ones, but the age profile was definitely on the way up at that stage, you know what I mean? And, you know, we may have thought that our opportunity was gone, you know what I mean? So, look, it was great that we got there, you know what I mean? But we probably done a bit too much celebrating after it.
Okay.
We got caught in the Ireland semi-final after that, you know. We've listened, it's a fabulous day for us, you know what I mean? It's one of my best memories in sport, you know.
Yeah, was one of the key ingredients getting Gordon Ryan on board as manager that year, and I suppose you also had the addition of Andy Maloney as well in the forward line.
That's right, sure. Andy was marvellous that day, you know what I mean. I think the podcast that Andy was winning that day, you know, Andy was a great warrior for us, you know what I mean. He was an outlet at all times for the goalkeeper and Ray, you know what I mean. But so look, you know, Andy was a huge asset to us that year, and then maybe that was the difference, you know what I mean, that got us over the line. Gordon absolutely done a great job with us as well, you know what I mean. But look, there was great foundations there built up over a long number of years. You know, Michael Gaffney was there during the 3 in a row, and Tony Cummins, my late father, when we involved in selection. Pat Flynn, I think, was a selector that day, actually Paul's father as well, you know what I mean. So look, we had a strong foundation there, you know what I mean, and look, it was great to get over the line.
Yeah, do you think about, I suppose, the people that have gone before, Darragh, including your own dad, leading up to a big game like the Munster final? I suppose players as well that are involved in 01, the likes of Niall Warren and Paul Foley as well. Absolutely,
Tomas, you know what I mean, you go through it, you know, you think back at those individuals, you know what I mean, great times, fabulous times, you know. But you know, you look even the last 12 months, you look like Pat McCarthy, you know. Pat was a great stalwart for the club. You look at my late father as well, obviously, you know what I mean. And listen, look, you know, we'll be thinking about them obviously on Sunday, you know what I mean. It's so close and so recent that their passing has been, you know what I mean. But look, you know, in the back of our mind, we're trying to do it for those guys as well, you know.
Absolutely. You're involved in two previous finals as well, Darragh, 96 and 99, both losing to clear opposition on both occasions. And just looking back on the match report, you seem to give yourselves a mountain to climb on both of those occasions. That's right.
The Wolf Tones one in particular, I think I can't remember the score, but I think they got 4 goals in the first half that day. You know what I mean? I remember actually that day myself, I started the game, I was taken off at half time, but you know, the morning I was getting an injection of me back in Limerick to allow me to play the match, you know what I mean? So, you know, that's what it's about back then, you know what I mean? Listen, they were disappointing times for us, you know. But in fairness to the Clare teams, they had to measure us, you know what I mean, at that point in time, you know. But as I said earlier, listen, there was only a puck of the ball between us and a lot of those games. You look then how those teams went on in the All-Ireland series, you know what I mean? They went on and, you know, won the All-Irelands, you know, in those years. So listen, we were at that level, but we just couldn't get over the line in Munster, you know.
I suppose bringing it back to the current day, Darragh, did that second half display against Patrickswell show that this group is really determined to hold on to that Munster title?
Yeah, you know, I was very controlled, in fairness to them, you know what I mean. And look, they came back at us before half time, and you know, the lads went into another gear, you know, beginning the second half and kept it going throughout that second half period, you know what I mean. But look, the lads are going to have to be at that level again on Sunday, you know what I mean. That's the reality of it. We need to get them right back up to the pitch of things, you know what I mean. We're under no illusions that the challenge that's going to be put ahead of us on Sunday with Páirce, you know what I mean. So look, we're looking forward to it, you know what I mean. But we've got to make sure that these guys are really at the pitch of it, you know.
You're saying to me after the Patrickswell game that, you know, the players really took a hold of it in the dressing room at half time. You know, Patrickswell had got that purple patch leading up to half time. Was it that encouraging to see from a management point of view to see the players really stand up and, I suppose, back up their actions in on the pitch in the second half?
Yes, but the reality is, Tomas, they've been doing this for a long number of years, you know what I mean. It's not just in that Patrickswell game, you know. You see how they were challenged in the 10 minutes into the second half against De La Salle, you know what I mean, playing against the wind, and De La Salle brought it back to 2 points. You see how those lads drove it on then, you know. But look, you know, they're a great bunch that way, you know what I mean. There's huge leaders within the dressing room, and every day there's more leaders emerging, you know what I mean, which is very satisfactory from our point of view, you know.
Yeah, are they a very easy group to motivate, Darragh, when it comes to these big games?
Yeah, they are, you know what I mean. They look at themselves, you know, they're high achievers in a lot of ways, and even, you know, academically, some of them, you know, in their jobs, you know what I mean, in sport as well as part of that, you know what I mean. So they absolutely strive for improvement the whole time, you know what I mean, and they do drive each other on, you know what I mean, and they're a close-knit group, you know what I mean, so there's a lot of ingredients there that make up to having a formidable team, you know.
Yeah, you mentioned ambition there. Is back-to-back one of those ambitions, I suppose, something that no other club in Waterford has ever done, Darragh?
Yeah, it is, absolutely, and I think it's nearly 20 years since St. Joseph's done it in Munster. You know what I mean? So yes, it is, you know, to back up a Munster title would be a huge achievement for this group of players, you know what I mean? And look, yeah, that's part of the motivation, definitely, you know.
And looking at injuries, Darragh, you mentioned Conor Power pulled up with a hamstring injury leading up to the Patrickswell game. Will he be fit to play a part on Sunday?
Listen, it's still, you know, me still 4 or 5 days before we get to the stage whereby we actually, you know, finish out the actual treatment of these guys. Obviously we're carrying knocks from the last day, you know what I mean. Even look, Conor Power was a young lad who we thought we would have had back. We played a bit of an internal match on Saturday and Sunday, and he, you know, his hamstring twinged again, so he's obviously out, I'd say, at this stage. You know, now we're looking at the likes of Peter Hogan and obviously Conor Power and a couple of others as well that are carrying niggles. We'd be hopeful we can get him there. We have a fabulous medical team with us that are working 24 hours trying to get him right and trying to get him back. You know, we'll do everything we can to get them out in the field on Sunday, and they'll do everything themselves to get themselves back. So we're hopeful, yeah, that we will be able to play from a full deck. Look, I'd be worried about a couple of those guys, yes.
And you've had 2 weeks now to take a look at your opponents, Páirce. What have you made of them so far?
Listen, look, they've been knocking on the door in Tipperary for a few years. In 2 years ago, they were beaten in the county final by Thurles, and you know, I think there's been an influx of youth into their team. You know what I mean? Listen, they're a very, very well balanced team. You know what I mean? They work very, very hard. You know what I mean? I don't know, would we have identified any specific pattern of play of how they play it? But certainly, you know what I mean, they're very, very committed, you know, bunch, and look, they're going to be a formidable challenge. Like, you get out of Tipperary, you know, and you win a Tipperary championship, you know what I mean, and you see the number of teams that are in senior in Tipperary, like, you know what I mean, they're the All-Ireland champions, you know, at county level, so they're the standard. They're going to be coming into this game with a good degree of confidence with them, you know, and look, you know, we're looking forward to it, you know what I mean, and they're going to be tough opposition for us.
And they have players with inter-county experience, of course, Paddy Stapleton, Brendan Maher, Dan McCormack, but have a couple of the forwards caught the eye. Conor Kenny, 6 points the last day, and also James Devaney, 1-4 in the county final, Darragh.
Yeah, absolutely, you know what I mean. You look, young Devaney, I think, is still in I think he's doing his leaving cert this year, you know what I mean, so he's certainly a guy that for the future in Tipperary, you know what I mean. He's a guy that they're looking to, you know what I mean, and hoping that he will kick on, and I'm sure Liam Sheedy has his eyes on him as well and tipping that, you know what I mean. So look, you know, yes, they have certain individuals, you know what I mean, and good individuals, and they have a strong core down the middle of their team. You know what I mean? And look, but then again, we'd like to think we have a strong core in the middle of our team as well. But, you know, listen, it's going to be, the matchups are going to be very, very interesting, Tomas, put it that way, you know.
And Páirce has been chosen as the venue for this final. Would you be happy to play there, Darragh?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know what I mean? The sod in Páirce Ring is always good. You know, it's a sand-based field. You know what I mean? Now, there's been plenty of traffic on it, I believe, due to the fact that Páirce Quay have been closed. I think they're redoing the surface there, so there has been a lot of matches on it, you know what I mean. But look, it's a sand-based field. We expect that it will be solid underfoot. How much grass is on it, we wouldn't be quite sure, but the reality of it is it will be a good field, you know what I mean, and we're looking forward to that. I think that'll suit both teams. Both teams are hurling sides, you know what I mean, so, you know, a good field, and please God, a good day, you know what I mean, could lend ourselves to you know, top quality match, you know. Yeah,
it's definitely one of the best surfaces in the country, I'd have to say that. And I suppose just finally, Darragh, you're going into this Munster final as favourites, maybe probably unfamiliar territory compared to other Munster finals, but you think the team has reached a stage where, you know, being favourites or being underdogs doesn't really bother them at this stage?
Actually, look, you look at our history in Waterford, Tomas, you look at the last number of years, 6 cycles in a row, like they're going out to every game in Waterford with a huge level of, you know, expectation, and they're wearing the favourite tags in that regard very, very well. And we'd like to think, look, I don't think there's going to be anything. I'd always call it a coin flip, and that's the way we look at it on Sunday, you know what I mean. But look, I don't know, favourites will make favourites, bookies probably, you know what I mean. But sure, look, hey, listen, look, we're going in, we feel it's a 50-50 game, and we're looking forward to, you know, taking on the best in tip and see how we get on, you know.
Yeah, and a very final one, Darragh. I know it's probably out of your control, but, you know, the fact that Ballysaggart are playing a Munster Intermediate final on the same afternoon must be a little bit disappointing in terms of getting a big Waterford following behind, I suppose, both clubs this weekend.
Yeah, it is obviously, you know what I mean, but it's great to see Ballysaggart in the final, you know what I mean. It's great that the Waterford teams are, you know, are in the two, you know, intermediate and senior final. It's a testament to how strong our club hurling is. You know what I mean, at times we may be not giving ourselves enough credit, you know, maybe knocking ourselves and saying we're not up to certain levels, but look how well our club teams are going at both senior and intermediate level, and we should take confidence from that. And please God, you know, Ballysaggart can win, and please God we can win, and the club or the county should take confidence from that as well, you know what I mean. So look, you know, I wish them the very, very best of luck. You know, it'd be great if they could do it, and we'll be certainly doing our very best to get over the line as well, you know.
We are WLR.
We are Ireland's local station of the year.
Well, Liam Call's first game in charge of the Waterford Hurlers will be at home to Cork in the Munster League on Friday, December 20th at Fairfield, and that will be followed by an away trip to Kerry on January the 5th. The Déise footballers will welcome Limerick to Fairfield in the McGrath Cup on January 2nd before they travel to Clare 3 days later. Well, there's a big fundraiser tonight. A table quiz for the Waterford minor football team will be held at Crotty's in Leamy Bryan. Teams of 4, entry is €10 per person, and it all gets underway at 8 o'clock.
We are blue and white. We are WLR.